Is it working this time? Have I got it? I actually don't know. That worked. That one worked. Got that. Fucking hell, the number of problems I've had today. Oh my god. Fucking hell, the number of problems. Yeah, there we go. I've got it. Okay. So, I am once again live from 76 itself, because my fucking streaming system on my computer has decided it does not want to connect to YouTube. Joy, that is annoying. Hey, Valley. So I'm going to be stuck. For content again because of problems with Streamlabs OBS. Right now they're having problems, and I can't stream from my PC. I was going to give you guys some New Vegas gameplay in the background this time. That is no longer an option, unfortunately. Which sucks. I was really wanting to do some New Vegas gameplay in the background this time, but again, I can't because Streamlabs is not working. They're having problems, and a lot of them. One of which is YouTube. The YouTube connection between Streamlabs OBS and, well, YouTube itself isn't working. I've tried logging out and logging back in. That didn't fix the issue. Actually made it worse. So their advice of log out, log back in, that hasn't helped. That's made everything worse. It is now a dumpster fire. Speaking of dumpster fires, if you've been paying attention to the news feed on the channel, you'll have seen I have also got wind of the same news of a lot of the others. My opinion on it is not as positive as theirs. I'm just gonna put it like that. I'm not a fan of everybody's walking unfortunate post-apocalyptic survivors that look like beef jerky, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. The last time I touched on the topic, I had somebody who's a sado report my account and get me banned off PlayStation for a bit. Oh, because I was talking about a video game. But hey, what can you do? The world's full of that kind of person nowadays. If you're not sure what I mean, I'm on about ghouls. You're now going to be able to play as a ghoul, which I find disgusting. But anyway, some people are into that. But anyway, that's not till 2025. In other news, I did just see a roadmap. I think I just saw a roadmap. Shit, don't tell me I've just lost that. No, I've got it. Thank you, DTD. That is very useful. So it's looking like we've got quite a bit to come, ladies and gentlemen. We got quite a bit to come with the next update. Season 17, Skyline Valley. The map expansion that everybody has been asking for, me included. I've been on Bethesda's case about this for quite a bit. I'm glad that this is happening. But it looks like, according to DTD and his post here, it looks like we are getting quite a bit. Annoyingly, my phone is refusing to cooperate, so I can't read what it says on the timeline. No! I get over one problem and then I get another one. I swear, this is just my luck. This is literally just my fucking luck. Don't shoot, you mother flubber. It's lost it again. It's... son of a biscuit. It keeps doing that. That is really annoying. Well, that's gone. That's gone. But yeah, DTD Gamer has just posted to his community feed the new table for the roadmaps. The newest roadmap is there we go. So June 6 to June 10 is Gold Rush. Skyline Valley launch is on June 12. So you heard that right. The map expansion, according to this roadmap, is June 12. June 13 to 17, double mutations and legendary vendor. Yada, 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 yada. Holiday Scorched in July. So in July, July 4th to July 8th, there's going to be double XP and obviously Holiday Scorched in July. I don't get why they do that. They just do that. Manergus Special Picks. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, but that's in August. August 1st to 5th. There's a lot more, but I can't see it on my current device. But back to June, yeah. Everything that I'm waiting for is in June. I don't know about the rest of you. But yeah, we've got a lot in June scheduled for June, so that's nice. Yay. Hooray. More stuff to do. I know there are quite a lot of people who are going to be seeing this are going to be disappointed when I repeat myself. That I was originally planning to have New Vegas in the background, and I was going to actually be patrolling with my Brotherhood Knights. Sadly, that's no longer the case, because, again, my computer cannot currently stream, because the streaming service I use to stream to YouTube has decided it wants to be broken today. This is the problem. I don't stream in a month. I come back to stream because news finally drops. And I can't cover Jack Poo on the PC. Yay! I fucking hate this. I'm not happy. This is not a good day for me right now. Ad Victorium indeed. Oh, so let's back paddle a little bit and get back onto the topic of players being able to play as ghouls in 2025. So from what I was reading and what other YouTubers have also found is that certain factions, you know, such as the one that, well, I mean, the logo's literally surrounding me. But certain factions are not very big on ghouls. I'm not the only person who's not a massive fan of the walking beef jerky. I mean, to be fair, to be fair to us, like ghouls are literally, you know, with necrosis. They're walking around with necrosis. Their skin is falling off. Their nose is falling off. They've probably got, I don't want to know how many different diseases, bacterial and virological diseases on what's left of their skin. Like, it's not a surprise that groups like the Brotherhood of Steel and dare I say the Enclave won't be very big fans of that. And I say, dare I say Enclave, because I know the Enclave's policy to mutants. The Enclave's policy to mutants is straight up extermination. So yeah, there are. So this is what we know from what Bethesda has said. Okay, there is a set of new perk cards coming for those that choose to play as a ghoul. Bloodied builds will not work for ghouls because of the radiation required to keep your health that low. it's also quite funny that you've said that because, yeah, the Brotherhood and the Enclave agreeing that ghouls are disgusting and super mutants are disgusting and that you get the gist. Like, our agreement on something is quite funny and quite rare. But it does happen. The difference is the Brotherhood believes that human beings are human beings, even if the human being has a mutation, it's still a human being. But if it's anything other than that, like a ghoul, no. I cannot read that. I'm also not going to try to read that. But yeah, like, players being able to play as ghouls. This is quite the community topic right now. This is quite hot news. This came out last night. I was playing GTA 5 last night. I'm not gonna lie. I was chilling out over on a different game. I got wind of this. I was like, what the fuck? I was literally, what the fuck? I personally do not like ghouls for multiple reasons, least of which is the fact that they're carrying all kinds of diseases. I just like their attitude towards humans just sucks in general. But hey, you know, you can argue that humans also suck. Yeah, you need to be. Yeah. Well, again, you know, getting to level 50 is not difficult. It's not difficult. Getting to level 50 is quite easy. From what I've been hearing, though, that it's apparently going to be tied to a quest line. It's for your particular character that you're playing on. So you're probably going to be stuck as a ghoul. Like it'd be neat if they actually do it like some people are hoping, where you can become a ghoul and change back. I don't think that that'll happen though. I mean, it'd be a bit funky. But yeah, like right now, you know, everything to do with what's going on is quite interesting, really. It's like werewolves in ESO. I don't know. I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online. I'm not an Elder Scrolls fan. I'm not a Skyrim fan either. I have tried my hand at it. I don't like it. I just don't like the way it felt. I don't know if it's because I'd played Fallout before Skyrim, but I just did not like the feel of Skyrim at all. It felt too clunky for me. Like, my official policy on ghouls is, as far as my Brotherhood is concerned, they're not welcome. I'm just gonna be honest. They're not welcome. I don't mind coexisting with ghouls, but I don't like them. I'm not a massive fan. I'd rather not. Well, like, where I can help it, I'll avoid them. It's like in Fallout 3. I'm basically like the Brotherhood in Fallout 3. I'll help out the locals and stuff to an extent, like Elder Lyons and like Lyons' Brotherhood and even the Outcasts. I will take pot shots at ghouls. I am like the Brotherhood of Steel at the mall outpost in DC, just taking pot shots at the ghoul at the outside of Underworld. I'm just that one guy with the laser rifle taking pot shots, just going ding. Ding. Ding, ding. My dislike of ghouls actually stems from Fallout 3. That's the funny part. It stems from Fallout 3. A lot of the ghouls I encountered in my travels were jerks, and that's kind of why I don't like them very much. Bigger teams would be quite nice. So to come around again, right? Skyline Valley is an addition to the map. It's being added to the south end of the map. It's Shenandoah National Park. It is a map expansion. It is being added to the map, to the West Virginia map that we all run around in. The Skyline Valley is being added onto that map. It is confirmed by Bethesda that that is what's happening. It is Fallout 76's first map expansion. So that is a thing. No, servers are actually stable enough to have bigger teams. Servers are big enough to have bigger teams. I'm not buying the servers are not good enough for that. Because with the current player limit per server, they can increase the team size from 4 to 8. Because you've got to think, right? There are public teams and there are private teams. I think that one of the things that they do need to do is increase private servers, like the one I'm currently sat in, to allow for more players to be able to join those, so that you can have, custom shenanigans with your friends. Like, one of my favorite custom settings is the one that just yeets the enemy. When the enemy dies, they ragdoll and go flying. I love that. I love that one. The other day I was messing around in that. I punched a super mutant, one-shot it, because of the settings, and the mutant just went pee, like a bottle rocket, just pee, straight up into the atmosphere. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie, dude, like, pets, like, I don't know why they haven't done pets. I don't know why they haven't done that. They said they wanted to do it. There were emotes. There were, like, emotes and stuff to go with it. But as far as that is concerned, we haven't heard anything else. Like, I think that's dead in the water. I really do. I think that's died. I think that they've tried it and tried it and tried it and tried it, and no matter how they're trying to do it, it's just not working. I know that the last it was mentioned, that they said that they were trying different ways to get it to work, and it just wasn't sticking. So I think that one is dead in the water. Yeah, I know, because the emotes had come through to the live game, because I remember seeing them. But this is the thing, I honestly think that they've just hit a wall with it and can't get around it. Personally though, like, I've been waiting that long for pets that it's just like, I don't care. I'm at the point where I just don't care. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to have a dog, a pet dog, or a pet cat. But, like, it's just not working. Whatever they're doing isn't working. As for 4-star legendaries, I'm not gonna lie, dude. The way that 3 stars are at the minute are not great. I mean, you pay. So this is the current system, right? Right now, you will pay 3 legendary modules just for a fucking 2-star. For a 2-star, to roll a 2-star will cost you 3 stars worth of modules. They need to fix that, because literally, to craft a 2-star, it costs you 3 legendary, and to roll a 3-star, it costs you 4. They need to rebalance that first. Again, we're talking about F Tesla here. You know, we're talking about Bethesda. This is this is one of those things. We're talking about Bethesda implementing pets when these idiots haven't even implemented guilds yet. They were talking about guilds before they were talking about pets. You know, like your GTA clan, for instance. They were talking about doing something like that with 76. Where's my guild, Todd? Where is it, Todd? Asshole. The point is, they've said a lot, and they haven't delivered. They've set the bar, and haven't delivered on it. Like, I'm all for the map expansion, though. I feel like, yeah, we need new areas to explore. I've been a strong advocate in favor of a map expansion because we need more area to explore. I've also heard rumours for the Enclave viewers. I can't confirm anything, but I've heard rumours in the rumour mill that the Enclave is in the works. That's all I can say, because again, it's a rumour mill. Apparently there's something to do with the Enclave in the works. There's a lot being found to do with the Enclave. So my guess is there might be an Enclave DLC. There might not. I mean, personally, I don't think we need it. I personally don't think we needed the first Expeditionary Force that much either, because of how big of a letdown that was. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Paladin Romani is a massive letdown in my opinion. This early on in the timeline, somebody like Romani should not have left Lost Hills. It doesn't make sense that they would send somebody like her, who the entire Elder Council does not trust. It doesn't make sense. It's just Bethesda being Bethesda. And let's be real here, if they've made the Brotherhood like that, they're gonna make the Enclave worse, because they have no love for the Enclave. We know that Bethesda sees the Enclave as the villains, which they are. They are the villain. That's what they were introduced as in Fallout 2. But the point is, we know that if they implement the Enclave in any serious way, players that are playing as ghouls that have previously been with the Enclave, they're going to be unable to play that, because the Enclave is just straight up going to shoot at them. I mean, that's what you get for walking around like beef jerky, but what do I know? I'm just a member of the Brotherhood, what do I know? I mean, I know the Enclave well enough from my other games that I've played. Fallout 3, Fallout 2, you know, it's there. I'm not gonna bash Bethesda too hard on 76, because let's be real here for a minute. They're still using the same engine from Fallout 3 that made Fallout New Vegas on that same engine. Like 3 New Vegas and 4 are all running on the same engine, including 76. So the fact that the game is working at all on that ridiculously old, obsolete engine is impressive. I mean, modders tried to pull this off and had stability issues. Bethesda's managed to fix quite a few of the stability issues. Like, yeah, it's not perfect, but unlike Fallout New Vegas multiplayer, which has largely collapsed, this is still a thing. It's a real shame too. New Vegas multiplayer was such a promising mod. Like, I would have loved to play that on a server. I'd have loved to have my own server of that. That would have been great. I'd have been able to do Brotherhood of Steel patrols in the middle of the Mojave, doming the NCR. Speaking of the NCR, I've been doming the NCR on New Vegas. If you like the NCR, guess what? I don't like the NCR. I'm not gonna lie, the NCR strikes me as the discount enclave at this moment in time. Like they really give off wannabe enclave vibes. It's actually sad. Well, speaking of new engines, Grand Theft Auto 6 is on a new engine. Like, Call of Duty is Call of Duty, and I'm gonna bring this up for a reason, right? But Call of Duty has a new fucking engine, and it's the same fucking game over and over and over again. But they overhaul the engine because they know the game will run like a potato. The game will literally run like a potato trying to power a gaming PC. It's just not going to do it, man. It's going to be really bad. Damn it. No, I won't insult the NCR that much. The Republic of Dave wasn't even a democracy. The Republic of Dave was literally a dictatorship with a false democracy. There's a certain real world country that does that. Looking at you, Rocket Man. Rocket Man. But moving on. Like this news with the ghoul player character. This is something that's been done before on PC with mods. Like, not gonna lie, but we've been able to play as ghouls and stuff like that on PC for quite a while with Fallout 4. So the fact that it's now becoming an actual thing that our characters by vanilla will be able to do, that is something else. Like, I did not think that I would see the day. I really didn't. I didn't think I would see the day where Bethesda lets you play as something other than a human being. Like, I didn't think I'd see the day. Yet here we are. It's something else. It's something else. I don't really know what to make of it. I'm not a massive fan of it, though. I will say that. And I reckon that a lot of the Enclave fans are like, yeah, no, we're not big fans of it either. I mean, it's one thing to have, like, marsupial. It's another to look like beef jerky. I gotta stop roasting the ghouls. I really do, but... they really do look like beef jerky. Either. But yeah, like this is definitely something big. So first off, we've got Skyline Valley map expansion on the 12th, according to the roadmap. That's the 12th of this month. So there's that. Then in early 2025, we have the ability for players to take their level 50 and above character and become a ghoul. Something that they haven't actually done before, which is going to be interesting, to say the least. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, right? It's like Vault-Tec said in the trailer for Skyline Valley, hey, I guess skin isn't for everyone. Vault-Tec. Those guys are messed up. But even they value humanity to some extent. Apparently. Do you guys have dreams about Fallout 2? Sometimes. Sometimes it might seem a bit sad to say that, but sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'll have woke up from a dream where I was in the wasteland myself. Like it does happen on occasion. That though is because I really enjoy the franchise. Like I've got to be honest, it's definitely one of my favorites. Next to Grand Theft Auto, I don't think I can say that I actually have a favorite franchise besides Fallout and GTA. Like that's saying a lot. But then that's because the other franchises, like Mass Effect, for instance, they've not made another decent game in a while. Andromeda doesn't count. That's just a dumpster fire. I've seen how buggy that was. Nah, that is a dumpster fire. I am staying away from that. Nope. I mean, Bioshock. Bioshock is another game that was great. Bioshock. If you like Fallout, I recommend Bioshock. And I don't usually say I recommend a game franchise to anyone, but Bioshock, I enjoyed it. I hadn't played it. I had not played it. I'd heard it had been some form of inspiration for certain things with Fallout. I went and played it. Yeah. Bioshock Infinite though is again that's a dumpster fire of crap. Bioshock 1 and 2, Bioshock 2, those are the Bioshocks I recommend. Bioshock Infinite, no, stay away from that dumpster fire. That game, I am amazed that game was even made. The stuff in that game is just outright not okay to say on YouTube. And that says something. That says something considering I don't censor on this channel. This channel is, not with any content for kids. Like, this channel isn't a mature channel, and when I say I ain't touching that and I ain't talking about it, it's bad. It's really, really bad when I won't go near it. I haven't played that franchise, so I won't recommend it. I've heard of that series, but again, I haven't played it. There's a lot of random Vault-Tec items you can find around Vault-Tec lunchboxes, Vault-Tec alarm clocks. Like, Vault-Tec was doing a lot more than just selling vaults. And I know that the Fallout TV show has drawn a lot of players into this game. And, that's all well and good, but the TV show has also opened up the argument of who dropped the bombs, Vault-Tec or China. And it's now an argument between those who believe it was Vault-Tec and those who believe it was China. Now, a YouTuber has gone through, a different YouTuber than me, obviously, but they've gone through Fallout 3 and every other game where people have said there is proof that Vault-Tec dropped the bombs and debunked it. It's debunked. The theory just doesn't have any evidence to support it besides one scene in the TV show, compared to the mountains of evidence that it was China. Like, there's DEFCON reports in Fallout 4 that you can find in the wasteland that clearly document where the nukes came from, where the first ones came from. There's also the TV report right at the start of Fallout 4 that mentions that they've just been nuked by China. Like, I don't understand how that's a thing. Yay, Revelations, how you doing? So right now I'm sealed up in a bunker in my private, and not even my friends can get in this time. That's how locked up the server is right now, so that I can get this stream done. But yeah, 2025, early 2025, people will be able to play as ghouls. From what I've been hearing, it's going to be tied to a quest. There's apparently going to be a quest to become a ghoul. Personally, I like my skin. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Like, I'd rather not. I'd rather not be walking around. I'd rather not be walking around looking like beef jerky. Well, there's a topic. There is a topic. Okay. Now, canon-wise, the majority of canon still lines up. Believe it or not, the majority of the canon still lines up. Like the Brotherhood of Steel saying Ad Victorium is now canonically to have happened under Roger Maxon when the Brotherhood's religious, pseudo beliefs come into it. Like, Maxon even says in the founding of the Brotherhood that they're going to need their own traditions, their own mythology. And, Ad Victorium and other Latin words and phrases and chants, it fits. The Brotherhood is styled after the medieval knights, after the fall of Rome. So you're talking like literally medieval knights and paladins of the post-Rome period, who protected what was left of civilization at that time. That's a lot of what the Brotherhood is doing in their own way. Like, they're keeping dangerous technology like energy weapons, Fat Man launchers, etc., out of the hands of people who otherwise are going to get hurt by it. If you don't believe me, you only have to play the Settlers quest line, the Fort Atlas Settler quest line, where the Brotherhood sends you to retrieve the missile launchers that they'd previously handed out with permission from Paladin Romani. And, the Settlers of Foundation have had an accident and a bunch of people have been killed because, it's what happens when you give civilians military-grade equipment. It's not a skin. It's not a skin. So I will say this. The ghoul thing is not a skin. It is not a skin. Bethesda has made that clear. It is not a skin. You are getting perk cards specific to being a ghoul. So when you're playing as a ghoul, bloodied build will not work. You will have to make a brand new build for that. And because it just doesn't exist with them. On account of ghouls heal by radiation. Apparently that's also going to be a thing for ghoulified players. They're going to heal from radiation because Bethesda didn't want it to be just a skin. They didn't want it as just a skin. So it's not a skin. It's going to be a lot more than that. A lot more than that. You ask me, it's disgusting. Ugh. But yeah, like this is one of those things. Like, I agree with the rest of the Brotherhood of Steel on ghouls. Like, no. Just no. Like, think about it like this, right? It's canonical that ghouls that start off talking and, having a laugh with you are eventually going to turn feral. The TV show has further reinforced that. Like, in Fallout 4, in the Nuka World DLC, That's where I first learned that every single ghoul is slowly going to turn feral. And the TV show has literally confirmed that that is indeed the case. On the TV show, like, why the hell the Brotherhood of Steel has sent knights to do paladins assignments, I don't know. It doesn't make any damn sense. It's kind of stupid. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Again, I wouldn't go that far. While yeah, I agree. There's definitely areas that Bethesda could be being a lot more creative. I also am aware that with Starfield in particular, Bethesda bit off way more than they could chew. Like, they even used the same crappy engine that made Skyrim for that game. Because I don't understand why they keep doing that. I really don't. It's just stupid. It's just really, really, really dumb. Like, I don't get that. The reason though I say that I'm not gonna be too harsh is I have seen some of that story. And it is different. But at the same time I get where you're coming from with that statement. I get where you're coming from with that statement. Like, I honestly feel that people give Bethesda a bad rap because they feel like that Bethesda is basically repeating the story arcs, which they kind of have with Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Just the roles are reversed. I get the banging your head at that one. That one is annoying. But then you get a game like Fallout New Vegas, and everybody sings its praises. But New Vegas is buggy as well. Like, yeah, New Vegas had a good story. Yeah, the Enclave Remnant armor looked badass. I prefer the Enclave advanced power armor that the Remnants had in New Vegas to the X01 pre-war prototype garbage that came before it that we get in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. I don't like the X01. I think it looks ugly as shit. I think that power armor looks like what would happen if power armor, a Mirelurk, and a mutated eagle all had a kid. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the X01. I really, really don't. Because it looks so hideous. The advanced power armor that the Enclave had in New Vegas is the same they had in Fallout 2. And it looked beautiful. The Enclave had better armor in Fallout 3 than they do in Fallout 4's fucking mods. I mean, look at America Rising, for instance. I'm going to use this as an example because I absolutely hate that mod. I hate that mod because of how lazy it was. They use X01. They don't use the Creation Club Black Devil power armor or the Hellfire armor. No. They use vanilla. Vanilla X01, that ugly garbage. That mod could have been amazing had they just not made it console compatible. Had they made it purely for Nexus, it would have been an amazing mod. Don't get me wrong, the story was good. I blew them up. If you don't believe me, watch my channel. I've blown them up. But yeah, that's the thing. Also, apparently, I'm not the only one having streaming trouble on PC. Apparently, my good mate Andy Rides is also having problems. Again, hold on a minute. Revelations, I'm gonna stop you there, dude. It's not cheap Bethesda. It's Microsoft. It's Microsoft. Bethesda doesn't have the excuse of we're strapped for cash anymore. Microsoft does not have that excuse, and Microsoft owns Bethesda's ZeniMax, Obsidian. The truth of the matter is, Microsoft does not want to funnel creativity because creativity does not guarantee sales unless it's something like a big franchise like Fallout, Skyrim. See where I'm going with it here? GTA did the same thing where they were draining the cash cow. That was GTA 5. They still are! But then at least, I will give credit this to Rockstar. At least they have been creative and added new stuff. Yeah, the drip feed is annoying. Yeah, the overpricing of everything is annoying. Yeah, the people buying shark cards in no GTA Plus is annoying. But at least Rockstar has been creative. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, there are some funny decisions made by Bethesda. There really are. Like, the choice to use the same crappy engine that really just needs chucking in the bin. Like, they really need to just recycle that engine. It needs to go. It's not helping anybody. But then they're doing stuff like players can play as a ghoul in Fallout 76. Like, that I would not have seen coming ever. That is out of left field. That is so out of left field, it surprised me. Like, that genuinely caught me by surprise. I did not see that coming. So it's not that Bethesda can't be creative, it's that they're being stingy with what? Personally, I'm of the opinion that we need more Brotherhood stuff in 76. And it should be obvious why. I mean, just look around the room. Look at all the Brotherhood stuff in this room. Like, I feel like we've not got enough Brotherhood stuff. I mean, we've got the T-51s that have 2 of the ranks that the T-60 has, and none of the rest. We've got the T-45 that, again, has none of the ranks on it. It's not that they can't, because modders have done it. It's that they can't be bothered to listen to the fans anymore. Unless you actually hammer it home over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Which is what we did with the map expansion. And a lot of players have also been hammering away at wanting to play as a ghoul. That is another thing that has been hammered away at by quite a lot of the community, much to my cringe. But hey, if you want to be a freak, that's fine. Just keep your stinking, rotting flesh away from me. You walking beef jerky looking raggedy ass. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that is indeed the case. I mean, you've got to also think about Fallout, right? Fallout, ever since Fallout 1, has been a tale passed down through the wasteland. Even Fallout 3 was told in the third person. But then, so was New Vegas, right? But then you get Fallout 4, and it's no longer in the third person, it's suddenly in the first person, being told by the character that you choose, and they're telling their story of the wasteland to you, or whoever it is, you know, that's listening to them as they narrate. So it's a shift. It's a shift. We can agree to disagree, or we won't. At the end of the day, right, Bethesda has largely kept to canon. Surprise, surprise. Like, yeah, they've added stuff in before the Brotherhood became isolationist, and a lot of people like that. But that's how that is. You're not gonna like every decision they make. That's just not how life works. But again, you know, we gotta wait and see what happens next. Like, it's just how it is. Holy shit! Holy shit! Hold the phone. Hold the motherfucking phone. Did I just read that right? I'm pretty sure I did. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Let me just double check that real fast. I really hate how I can't zoom in on this. I need to zoom in on this and I can't. Stupid fucking phone. Let me zoom in, you fucking mug! 2 days. Wednesday. That's when the update is. It's this Wednesday. Because I've just realised it's the 12th. It's the 12th and it's the 10th today. So it's this Wednesday. I'm like, holy shit. It's this Wednesday. Yeah, no. I know that feeling. Like, here's the thing though, right? There's a lot of things, but there's another thing that I'm going to touch on in a second. Like, I honestly, like, yeah, I'm aware that some people have been claiming that there's been retcons, and there has to like power armor, but there've also been improvements. Like, yeah, the retconning of T45 and then T60. being pretty good power armors is annoying. But like, Bethesda's wanting to leave their own creative mark on Fallout. Personally, I think we should have had T-51s with the Brotherhood ranks and not the T-60 model, but hey, it's Bethesda. But speaking of mods, where's our mod support for 76, Todd? You promised that at launch, Todd. Where is it, Todd? It's one of those. Shit, you can tell I've been awake not that long when I start yawning like that. But it's one of those, like, people are saying that they should make the version of 76 for the PS5 and the equivalent Xbox Series. But then you're going to divide the players, because then you've got players on the newer gen and the older gen, and they're not going to be able to play together. It's going to end up like GTA 5, where you can't play together, even though you're on the same thing, because one console can't handle what the other console can. And that's just a simple change of technology, that's just the limitations of the PlayStation 4 and the older gen Xbox that's the equivalent to the PS4. Like, there's a lot of shit here that can be done, that needs to be done. Oof. They need anti-cheat. Yeah, on that I agree. Like, there are players who are PA stacking. In 76, they PA stack, and they are the most annoying little cheats I've ever met. And I will not PvP anymore because of them. It's like very, very, very rare that I will engage anybody in PvP now. Oof. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but at the same time, I am quite curious as to what the story's going to be around Vault 63 and Skyline Valley. I am quite curious as to what creative stuff they're going to do with that. We're just going to have to wait longer to see what the stuff with the ghouls is. I personally have no intention of becoming walking beef jerky. I know some players are definitely curious about it and stuff like that. I'm not. I'd rather not. A wipe to remove duped items. Well, see, the problem with that is you're talking like Rust, right? And Rust wipes everything. Now, I've spent hours building my camp, my shelters and everything like that. I would be fucking pissed off if my entire base got deleted All my armor got wiped. My character got reset to 0. I lost all my gear. That would piss me off. That's why I don't play Rust. That's why I don't play Rust. Because that would piss me off. No, here's something. Here's something that if you're new, you won't know. But if you're new to 76, you won't know this. There was a survival mode back in the day. There was a survival mode back in the day before nuclear winter. There was survival mode. And survival mode, everyone was in constant PvP. You could basically be going through playing as Enclave or Brotherhood or whatever and bump into the opposite faction and have massive fights. And you'd lose junk and stims and caps. And it was good. It was good. It was fun. I missed that mode. That mode was fun. And then it went away for nuclear winter. And now nuclear winter is gone. I would like to see a return of that survival mode, honestly. That was good. Team PvP has not been a thing in this game for years. It used to be. It used to be back in the day. If you started PvP with somebody who was on a team, you would end up starting PvP with that entire team. But again, it got removed. A survival mode that wipes for separate progression would... that could work, but again, like... if it wiped your camp, it'd still be quite annoying. No, I did. No, I disagree. Like, hear me out here, right? The only way that no damage cap would work would be if they implemented a new survival mode that's separate to adventure, where then adventure mode PvP gets disabled so that you can't PvP anymore, and that anything that would involve PvP would strictly be in the survival server. Bro, melee builds are garbage. I've got to be real with you, Chief. Melee builds are garbage. You know, back in the day, melee builds used to actually be the meta build. Melee builds years ago used to be the meta. $32k damage right now. Yeah, that's good damage. I personally end up killing stuff faster by using my guns than I do by using any melee. So, I suppose it's more of my personal preference. But I just think that melee builds suck. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Bethesda's going to do going forwards. I still want the rest of the T51B Brotherhood paints. I want them to adapt the Elder and the rest of the T60 paints that they haven't adapted yet for the T51 to be adapted for T51. I want to wear the T51B, see, I actually love that armor. It looks so nice with the ranks on it. And then I can't. Because the fucking devs won't fucking give me the Elder paint. Assholes. It's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, there's so much promise with armor like the T-51, and then they just won't update it. But, yeah, this month is looking like it's going to be a good one. We've got a GTA 5 bail enforcement DLC confirmed by Rockstar. We've got the Shenandoah map expansion. Literally on Wednesday. On Wednesday. The map expansion is Wednesday. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, in the UK right now, it is 15:08 on a Monday. Right? And I can tell you this now, on Wednesday, on the 12th, that is the update. I cannot stress this enough. If you have not done your grinding to get whatever you need to get, like to make ammo or whatever, you have less than 48 hours to do so. Here's my thing though, I could care less about PvP in this game. And I know that's going to upset a lot of people, but hear me out. PvP in this game, as long as we have cheaters with power armor stacks, god mode glitches, and other such shit, it's just not fun. There's no fun in it. And like you said, you know, there's also then power armor dupes. So that every PvPer has the exact same armor. And no doubt the exact same build. So that means even when you're PvPing, you're mostly just wasting resources trying to kill one another when you just can't. Like that's the other reason that I don't really PvP, is that it's kind of a dead end thing. Like if I'm against another player that has the right build, that has the right armor, even if they are not stacking, we're not killing each other. It's a flip of the coin as to if you're going to kill the other person or not. And it's quite shit. Like Nuclear Winter. Nuclear Winter was a battle royale PvP mode. If you found power armor in that, you were a lot more likely to win. You weren't guaranteed to win. I mean, I died in that mode quite a few times in power armor, but when I had power armor, I was the most dangerous person in my team. Agreed. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that statement. I agree with that. That is a very true statement right there. That is a very, very true statement right there. See, this is the thing, that the community has carried this game for how long it's been active. The TV show has helped. But we, the community, have carried this game. Like, we're the reason these game developers have a job in the first place. Like, it's one of those, like, straight up. I had the camera inside that camera in front. So it was in here. Inside this. Ta-da! My camera is now the camera. Bro, like, that's another thing, that camps like that, trap camps, you should get banned for that. You should get banned for having that. Like, that's my 2 cents on trap camps, because you're using exploits to stack Punji boards and shit. You should get banned for that under an anti-cheat. So, you know, you want an anti-cheat. Bro, just because it's the wasteland, like, doesn't mean that you should be a jerk. Like, I get it, though. Like, I get where you're coming from. Like, building actual traps that would kill players, so where you don't need to build elaborate glitched stacked traps, that would be a lot more preferable than how you're doing it. But I get why you do it. I disagree on that. Like, we don't need trap camps for there to be bad guys in the community. Like, you can be a bad guy without having to have a trap camp. The real reason most people have trap camps is because you're too lazy to go out and get the resources yourself. So you prey upon noobs and people who don't, you know, bulk and store their stuff or first their junk into the junk box, and you prey upon them. You're not really playing the game. You're more preying upon noobs. Like that's a disappointment in of itself when players prey upon noobs because they can't farm themselves. Like I agree that we need more features to allow for players to be the villain. Like, we really do. Like, if we had a dedicated mode where all your legendary effects shut off, except on your guns, except maybe on your guns, maybe not even that. Like, if there was a survival mode where factions were a thing, and you basically had limitations, like if you play as a raider, you can only use raider power armor. If you play as Brotherhood, you can only use Brotherhood power armors. If you're Enclave, you can only use Enclave power armors. And it's basically like an RP and PvP server, but with none of the legendary effects. I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. And I know that Brotherhood and Enclave would have a lot of fights in those. That's even more sad, though. That's just even more sad, though. I have heard that. That's quite an accusation, but I have heard it from other people. But see, this is why I don't trade with trade groups like them, like the Unstoppables. I don't really trade with outsiders, period. It's very rare that I do. I live up to the Brotherhood's don't really trade with outsiders policy. But like, hear me out, right? If you want to do good content, if you want to do really good content, really easy content, just look around for some of the really cool camps. Like, I've seen somebody who's built TIE fighters in 76. I've seen people build camps that fly. They're like massive UFO motherships. Like, they do exist, and they're really cool. But trap camps for content, that's kind of sad. Amazing Pigman. I've encountered Amazing Pigman. I've encountered that guy, and he strikes me as off. Like he does strike me a bit of sauce. Like I haven't traded with the guy. I haven't dropped anything near the guy, but he's definitely sauce. Again though, like personally, I do feel that PvP is lacking in 76, but I'm not against it dying off. I'm really not. Because at the end of the day, as long as there's cheats who armor stack, you can't do much. You can't do a lot about it, and it's annoying. Because, again, you can't have fun in PvP when some little loser is stacking his armor and just being a div. Bro, I know some people though that have armor stack, where their armor is stacked to the point where even that doesn't work, or even crits don't work. That's how bad these cheats are. Like these cheaters are that dirty. But hey, that's just from my experience. But again, like 2 days, less than 2 days to go till the update, and I'm not gonna lie, like I am very excited to see Skyline Valley. You'd think a YouTuber like me would have been on the PTS. Nope, I don't play on the PTS. Actually, dude, I know somebody who's tanked a two-shot explosive dragon. I know somebody who's stacked that much they tanked it. And I know them by name. I'm not gonna say their name because I really can't be fucked with them coming and giving me shit for blabbing about them too much. I really cannot be bothered with the griefing. I can live without it. No. So I play 76 on console, but I do play New Vegas 4 and 3 on PC. I started on console with Fallout. I just moved the others over there. The main reason I won't play on PC as well is, have you seen the modders over there? Have you seen the modding over there? Like it ain't funny. Holy shit, we've been live for over an hour. Like, holy shit. Hey! I didn't see that coming. I thought it had been way less time than that. Yeah, but modded weapons on console are not a thing anymore. I remember back in the day when all you needed to kill an armor stacker was an explosive gap blast. I pissed off General Mudload with that one. He used to go around being a jerk to everybody, and we all got tired of him and his shit. Mate, I love doing that. I love doing that. I love doing that one. But again, like, it's it's not worth it really anymore. Like it's more enjoyable for me to not give them the PvP that they're wanting and to ignore them than it is to give them what they want. Like it's more amusing watching them get more and more and more irate. Like I know a guy who has started to slander and is committing defecation of character against me. Defamation, brain fart, English not working right now. But I know a guy who slanders me, who's doing defamation of character against me, all because I refuse to PvP the guy. It's quite funny. It's quite funny, and he knows who he is as well. He knows who he is. He's betrayed his closest friends, and they now have openly said, yeah, he's a liar. He's even been on this channel. He's been on this channel for being a racist piece of shit. He got banned by PlayStation for being racist. He's in the community tab. He's in my communities tab. On the community post. Yeah, if you look at the community post from 3 weeks ago, it mentions his name. If you look a little bit beyond that, he's there threatening me 2 months ago. He got banned. He got banned like 3 months ago for being a racist sack of shit because I uploaded it to YouTube. He got really mad at me for that. But hey, man, you know. The guy just won't leave me alone. So. Yeah. Yeah. That's a true statement. But yeah, the upcoming content of Skyline Valley is very interesting to me. The playable ghoul thing, not so much. But hey, you know, we'll see what happens when it comes out. I personally am pro-humanity. I don't really believe that humans and ghouls, or humans and super mutants, or humans and synths will ever have a peaceful, long-term coexistence. It's not human nature. It's not human nature to coexist with things that aren't human. Like that. Like, the reason we can coexist with cats and dogs is because we've domesticated them. They're pets. They're lower life forms. But, you know, you put a mutant or a ghoul in the same place as a human, and 9 out of 10, one of them or all of them start having a go at each other for something stupid like who left on the faucet. Who left the tap on. Mate, I wouldn't want a pet ghoul. Fuck that. That's a you getting eaten in the night waiting to happen. I'm not gonna lie. Ultrasight ammo is really good, as it's the equivalent of depleted uranium. But at the same time, like, I get why they haven't. I get why they haven't really brought about other ammo types. And the reason why is it's easier to give a gun an explosive legendary effect than it is to make an explosive black tip ammo type that requires XYZZZ to make. It's just easier to slap cryo freezing legendary effect on a shotgun like the Cold Shoulder, or explosive on things like a minigun or a 50 cal, than it is to make the other ammo type. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it ended at 50, but you know. But see, this is the thing, like, everybody keeps saying that the end game is lacking. You know, and it is. Like, I know that a lot of you who don't do the whole RPG element of the game, you just do the PvP or the story. For you, the end game is lackluster. A lot faster than it is for us who do the RP element of the RPG. Like, for people who roleplay in an RPG, which is a roleplay game, you know, we can give ourselves custom quests like like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like D&D. You know, we can give ourselves custom quests. Go out, find this. Go out, find that. Go to this spot, kill this thing. Go to that spot, kill that thing. Like, the RP side of the community, we've got a lot more that we can do. But I do agree that we still need a lot more end game content. I'm not gonna lie, I hate fucking rolling legendaries. I fucking hate it. It's unbalanced to shit. But again, you know, there's role playing groups like mine. There's Enclave role playing groups. There's Free States somewhere. There were responders at one point as well. Oh yeah, no doubt that the rolling legendaries is rigged. No doubt in my mind. They should have it where it like costs you say 10 legendaries a time or more to put your own custom ones on each piece. But do it in a way where, you know, players actually would then have to grind to finish, say, a full set of power armor. You know, it's funny that you mention that because here's the stupid thing, right? Here's the stupid thing about PlayStation communities. Originally, they removed it and they were planning to bring in Discord from PC. And then they didn't do it. It's like, give us back the communities, you asshat. I do miss PS communities. They were good. They were good. They helped a lot of people have fun. They really did. I still don't really get why they chose to remove it, but you know, what do I know? I'm just a person that used it. You know. I mean, I am aware personally that some of us found a way around the loss of communities by having, you know, group chats. Like text chats and so on. But even that is only going to do so much, you know. Before anybody asks, why is it called Brotherhood of Steel Radio and not Brotherhood of Steel News? It's literally because the original idea of it was more of a podcast than just being used as a news segment. I know that it's largely become news and me, going on about how the Brotherhood is going to save the wasteland. Not a lot of people really believe me on that, but that's their choice, Yeah, I'm not surprised that some people quit. I'm not surprised by that at all. Like, I know as well a lot of people who quit. I know that a lot of people are still talking about quitting, you know, because you're not wrong. There's just not a lot to do. There's just not a lot to do for players like us who are pretty high up. But that being said, again, it's all down to how you play. Like, I was fortunate to have a clan in place before the removal of PlayStation communities. So we were just like, on Discord and whatnot anyway by the time it was over. Like, we had message chats that we were all in, group chats, and then it was Discord, and, it's just survived that way. It is funny that you bring up legacies again, because they had been saying for years before they actually removed them. They were saying for years that they were looking into removing them, as they had not intended for them to actually be in the live game. They were apparently supposed to be locked in the dev room, but then somebody got them out. Some people even said that they randomly got given them from rewards from events. And it's a mess, but there you go. Like, it's a mess. It really is. Like, we need more endgame content. We do need that. I'm not gonna lie when I say this next part, but like, this game is fucked. He's fucked. And the reason I say that is, we'll get Skyline Valley in 2 days, less than that, in a day and so many hours, right? But then, once we beat that quest line, we've got nothing to do again. It's just a cycle of grind these events. You finish the story and I grind these events. Like, no. I hate GTA for that reason as well, though. Like, you'll get so many vehicles day one of an update, and then it's drip, 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 and I hate drip feed. Oh no. Nah, bro. It was personal. Your crossbow offended them. You were too good with that crossbow. They had to remove it. Like, we all agree, though. We all agree that, that the end game content is sorely lacking. Like, look at this room. Look at this room. This is what you do when you have way too much time on your hands. You end up building stuff like this. Like, seriously. Seriously. You build stuff like this. Like, I love camp building. I loved building settlements in Fallout 4. But even this gets old. But again, to go back onto why Brotherhood of Steel Radio is called Brotherhood of Steel Radio, is the original idea behind it was going to be more like a podcast. Usually I would have guests on. Guests like Silent Gamer, co-hosts, guests like General Pilotov, or Elder Pilotov, I should say now, is he's now an elder of a Brotherhood group. Oh shit! Sorry, guys, I forgot your Brotherhood group again. Damn it. Damn it. I do this every fucking time. Excuse my cough. I'm still. I have a bad chest. I had flu for like a week straight. So if I start hacking, there's why. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there at all. Like 76 really does have a unique community. But like on the topic of that again, like a lot of people seem to think that Fallout 76's community has no toxic players. It does. It does. They're just really, really small because the rest of the community is just like, you toe the line or you get the fuck out of here. But again, you know, it's one of those, like, we've got Skyline Valley in a day in so many hours, which is going to be great. Then it's going to be like we're out of content again. Like, it's such a pain. It's such a pain. But I get it, you know, like, we blow through the story content so fast. And we explore the areas so fast that the devs can't keep up easily. Actually, there's some words you can't say even on here without getting banned. I'm aware of people who've said certain words and gone banned on Bethesda. It does happen. Yeah. I have to concur with that. Yeah, some data miners. It's like, well, the quest rewards are now revealed for the new storyline. Yay. Oh, the new enemy's been revealed. Yay, you know. Like, I will give credit to, like, DTD Gamer, who cover it, for those that want to know, but at the same time, like, you're in the PTS, you're showing PTS footage, you're showing the areas, you're showing the enemies, you're taking the fun out of it. Stop it. Like, I get it, it's content, you're making money. But still, talk about it. Don't show it off. Like, that's one of the things on this channel that I've managed to avoid a lot of is spoilers. Like, I'm actually quite impressed that I've managed to do that as well. Again, though, like, you know, there's events. There's events like Invaders from Beyond. When you see data mined and new rewards for it, you're like, oh, hey, now I can do that event again for something other than circuits. You know? I remember one of the XP locations was Glass Cavern. We used to go down there quite a bit. That was fun. I used to love fighting the Scorched in there. That was great. But again, you know, it's one of those things. Like, you can't win everything. Mate, don't even get me fucking started. Don't even get me fucking started on the shotguns. Don't. We'll be here all day. We'd literally be here all day with the number of complaints I've got on weapons not doing enough damage. Fuck it, I'm gonna go into detail with a few. you're not wrong on the shotguns, right? Shotguns, the damage is shit. There is no damage, right? But then you've got fucking plasma rifles. Why the fuck is my plasma rifle shooting so slow that realistically it wouldn't have a projectile by the time it hits the target? Why the fuck is it furthermore not immediately killing the son of a bitch in one hit? Even in regular Fallout, like, I get it, some armor is made to resist the temperature of a plasma weapon, like power armor and no doubt combat armors. But then, you know, again, why is the projectile slower now than it was in Fallout 3? Why is the gun not doing enough damage? Laser rifles are weak as shit. Like, come on! Like, especially with plasma, though. Like, come the fuck on. Give it a higher projectile speed. Put the projectile speed back to Fallout 3. That was decent. My favourite gun in Fallout 3 was A321's plasma rifle. I wouldn't use anything else besides maybe the Gatling laser and the minigun. Or the industrial flamethrower. But most of the time I was using the plasma rifle. I just loved it. And then in New Vegas it was nerfed to shit, so I ended up using the laser rifles more. We have been live for almost 2 hours. We have been on air for nearly 2 hours. And I've just been largely sat in the same bloody room. I know it's not what a lot of people want, either, in terms of content. I've seen a few people come in and leave because I'm not doing anything. But again, you know, there's only so much that I can do with 76 at the minute in terms of gameplay. Like, yeah, I can stream from my private, me and the boys going around cleaning house, you know, cleaning up the wasteland. But that in of itself is only going to do so much. And when I stream in Publix, I do get that annoying fan, he knows who he is, coming in and trying to crash the stream and other people like that. Hey, Revelations. But like, here's another thing that pisses me off, right? And this really gets on my nerves, is we know for a fact that the Brotherhood made ultrasight power armor, right? Yet, you had to buy the prototype paint. It didn't come in the prototype paint like it should have. Its vanilla paint has no Brotherhood markings, despite the fact that the armor itself was literally made by the Brotherhood of Steel. That's annoying. There's no Brotherhood ranked paints for the ultrasight either, which is annoying. The T-51B doesn't have ranks on it beyond Knight and Paladin. The Knights and Paladins who are dead from Taggarty's Brotherhood of Steel, their armor skin hasn't been updated beyond the pre-war green and silver paint scheme. You don't know what rank that soldier was who's dead. You know, and here's the funny part, though, right? I've actually seen what they look like under that armor, and they all look like Nate from Fallout 4. Like, again, though, like, usually on Brotherhood of Steel Radio, I usually have a co-host and a guest, hence why there's 3 chairs, not 1. But again, I haven't really had a guest in a while. My last guest, I believe, was Pilatov. So yeah, it's been a minute. So, with all the news out of the way, remember, folks, you have until this Wednesday to wait for Skyline Valley. And if you're excited for being able to play as a ghoul, well, you wait until early next year. Speaking of next year, 2025, that's the long-awaited Grand Theft Auto 6 release year. So, hallelujah, hallelujah. Because, man, let's be real, GTA has been overdone with GTA 5. But hey, it's finally over. This all being said, I am going to be ending the stream here. As soon as I remember how, because guess what? I haven't been on console streaming in ages. Oh, there it is. Found it. So, that all being said, remember, folks, don't be like Knight Titus. Don't feed the damn Yaogwai. That is all. If you're not getting the hint, see you next time, folks, because this has been Brotherhood of Steel Radio. Again, don't be like Knight Titus. Don't feed the Yaogwai.